And welcome to another episode of Dos Naf Cincos. This is episode number 58. This week we cover Supercop as part of That's What I Call Cinco's foreign films, as well as Street Sharks Season 3, Episode 22. But before we get into that, as always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
I'm Ben.
So, guys, outside of these two, what else did you guys watch this week?
What did Ben watch?
I didn't have any time to watch anything in between when we last recorded and now.
Why is that? Well, what did you watch on Friday?
Yeah, with
Brink.
Bowie and then.
Brink, remember?
Oh wait,
Oh dear,
we already talked
used
about
up
that.
all this material. All right,
Yeah, so Brink is really nostalgic.
This is what happens when we miss episodes, and then
I feel like it's been an eternity since we last recorded. Even though
I know it's only been like 3 days, but it's okay. How are you guys feeling about The Boys so far?
I still haven't watched any more episodes since I last started or was watching it. So
yeah, I am also I think 2 episodes behind now since they released one on Friday, but I heard a lot of good things about it. So Ben, if you're planning on saying a single thing, I'm going to mute you for the rest of this podcast.
For the rest of the entirety of the podcast.
Forever.
Did nothing wrong.
All episodes you'll be muted.
Hashtag free Homelander. I don't even know what that means, but all right. All right. So
I don't even think I watched anything. What did I watch? I don't think I watched anything.
Damn.
I was pretty much just waiting to see Supercop because it had been such a long time since I've seen it.
Supercop.
All right. Before we do that, we're obligated by Mattel to do Street Sharks Season 3, Episode 22. This one, same. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait,
I thought it was by Vin Diesel.
Jab by Diesel. Or wait, if there was a scent for one of the Street Sharks and it was by Diesel, which one would it be?
Wait, a Street Shark perfume by Vin Diesel?
Yes. Stu, I didn't stutter. You heard me.
It just complicates it like exponentially.
Streaks by Diesel.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
That's why it would be the one that they would be like, this tested through the roof.
Through someone's pants, apparently.
Through their pants and out the roof. Yeah, I don't know. I was just gonna say chum, but then you threw Vin Diesel into the mix, and now I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words.
Oh,
what is? Wait. Let's back up. What does Vin Diesel smell like?
Gasoline.
Yeah.
That's too easy.
I'll think it was
tamales.
I don't know. Oh, Corona.
Smells like Corona. Virus or Corona beer?
The beer. But but his charm is so infectious, he might as well be
coronavirus.
I mean, of the two alcohols that I could smell like, it's either Corona or an Irish car bomb.
Why an Irish car bomb?
Paul Walker.
Oh wow.
Well, okay, all right.
Thanks for that edge, Ben. We weren't edgy enough.
Okay, still too soon. But all right, let's just go ahead and jump over to Street Sharks on that sad note. In this one, yet again, the Street Sharks are fighting the Dino Avengers for the right to take down the Raptors, who becomes an unlikely ally of Dr. Paradigm when he tries to work with them and makes an exchange and realizes he gets a lot more than he bargains for. So, guys, any thoughts on this one? There's only 5 episodes left. It's not 28 total. It's 27. 27. So
wait, why did we think it was 28?
I don't know. I just added an extra one just for kicks and giggles, I guess.
Carried the one.
Carry the one and multiply and then divide.
Well, I got to be honest, full disclosure. Because I was running so late today and because I'm actually currently still watching the episode as we're talking.
Oh,
Can,
I will
can we
tell
get a
you
live
this.
tweet of it? Can we get a live
Oh
tweet of the
man.
episode?
Okay. What part are you in right now?
Jab is talking to
Spike.
Spike. They just crash landed the spaceship thing. No, they're about to find Bad
The
Rap right
shark
now.
speeders.
Bad Rap is in the hot spring. It looks like he's about to get sexy right now. Oh, here comes Dr. Paradigm, or should I say Dr. Lizard Paradigm.
Dude, you're about to finish the episode.
I've seen this hentai before when they're in the hot springs.
The one with the lizard skin and the hot spring.
Oh god. The Bad Rap is like, he looks like he's like trying to pressure Lizard Paradigm into like something he doesn't want to do. How is Paradigm getting cucked so hard by Bad Rap?
Well, because he really wants that. What did he call it? He said that the raptor DNA.
So,
I'm gonna pump you so full of raptor DNA later.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. Question, Stu, are you watching it on like 1.5 or
2 times speed?
Oh yes, that is now the only way to watch these
with closed captions on.
Oh, no closed captions for me.
No.
Just gotta
only because I need to keep the volume down so I can listen to you two knuckleheads.
When was I think I did this one time last time when I was also reading this, and I was like, all right, I gotta fast forward, and just kept hitting the 10-second skip button. I was like, oh, I lost way too much stuff. Let me see if I can do it 1.5 speed. I was like, that's still too slow, and then went two times. That was excellent. Knowing that we have 5 episodes left, I mean, how is this like leaving an impression for you guys? Did you guys enjoy going through all of these, or is this like pulling teeth now?
I feel like I was enjoying it for like the first few episodes, and then it became like a laborious task.
Well, don't worry. There's only 5 more of this, and then that'll be it. And then we'll move on to Dino Avengers.
No.
No? Oh.
No.
You sound so sad.
No. Oh,
it's like your dad told you, like, we're coming home from school. It's like, Dad, are we still going to McDonald's? He's like, no, we have to go somewhere else. And you just sound so fucking defeated.
No, we're going to Subway. Fuck.
And you're adopted.
Son, you've been putting on too many pounds. We're going to get you something a little healthier.
I don't care if I was adopted, but I don't want to go to Subway. Fuck.
Subways for divorcees and pedophiles, apparently.
Okay.
Well, wait. Ben gets to say one weird thing. I get to say one.
Why I understand the pedophiles part, but why divorcees?
I don't know.
You just wanted to say that.
There needed to be a pair. It couldn't just be one.
That's true.
You couldn't think of a good one.
And that was the only other sad group I could think of.
Like, it should have been another P word, like P word and pedophiles.
P words and pedophiles. Excellent.
Shit.
Predators and
pedestrians.
Predators and pedophiles are the same thing, though.
No, one's from
talking about alien predators.
No, I think I agree with Ben. They are different because they may have different prey.
Well,
that's also another piece.
Yeah, they like to hunt down elite military squads in the jungles of South America.
Oh, jeez.
Or what if you're watching
Danny Glover?
Predators, that new movie where the predators were actually the people being hunted, because one was like a serial killer and the other one was like a marine and one was Yakuza.
Was that how that one went down?
Was that with Keegan-Michael Key?
No, not that one. The one before that. The one by Robert Rodriguez.
Was that the one that had Lawrence Fishburne in it?
Yeah, that'd be the one.
Yeah, I like that one actually.
That one was real good.
But the Predator with Keegan-Michael Key was dog shit.
Oh,
was it supposed to be a comedy of some sort?
It turned into one for sure.
Because it was so bad, or it actually was supposed to be a comedy.
Probably a little column A, a little column B.
Wait, was Jordan Peele the Predator?
Man, he's a man of many talents.
He can do it all. All right. So I think that'll do it for Street Sharks. Let's go ahead and jump over to our box office rundown. At number 1, no surprise, is Tenet. This is for the 4th week in a row with 3.4 million. New Mutants holds on to the number 2 spot with 1.1. Unhinged moves up a spot from number 4 with 967,000. We re-released Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, and comes in at number 4 with 900,000. Infidels falls from number 3 to number 5 for 761,000. Broken Hearts Gallery slides from 5 to 6 for 500,000. Shortcut, The Last Shift, and Kajillionaire round, and the
That's
SpongeBob
not
movie.
a number.
The Kajillionaire rounded up to a full big $215,000. Those are 7, 8, and 9, and then rounding out the top 10 is SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, with $142,000. Guys, any surprises here for you?
Can you
I haven't
imagine?
seen Tenet yet.
Yeah. Can you imagine going back to like something you did 15, 20 years ago and selling it again and making $900,000 off of it? I'm talking about Star Wars.
I'm talking about the McRib.
Well, I'm sure
That
they make
comes
more
back.
I'm pretty sure they make more than 900,000 off the McRib.
In the first hour, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. In the first hour. Yeah.
Do you think that this was a planned re-release, or just happens to, they were just like, oh, let's re-release it since it's got no other place we can go, or was
It's
it
the
just
40th
part
anniversary.
Oh, is
Oh,
it
was
really?
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, 40th anniversary. Oh,
Right? Yeah.
1980.
Right?
Wow, that is a long time ago.
That's almost as old as us. Well, I shouldn't say
Not
us.
Ben. Ben hasn't even crossed over the 30 year
Ben's
threshold.
Ben's still in diapers, and
See in the grave, suckers.
David has long since traded in
Trust
his
me,
for his old man
AARP has
card.
been knocking
Yeah.
on my door, and I've been applying. They keep telling me you're not old enough yet. And I was
The
like, how about
best
now?
AARP scouts are seeking David, trying to recruit him.
First round draft pick. Standing at 5'6" and a
shrinking.
45-40.
Already likes to wake up at ungodly hours to play golf, and it wants to go to bed by 4 p.m. David,
For the Hall of Fame. And the crowd is asleep, so no one's going wild.
In the 2020 AARP draft, the Los Angeles old people select David Chen.
I would like to thank my mom and my dad for raising me to be old and have this in the very beginning. It's fantastic. But yeah, so I mean, I think this is going to be crazy that Tenant's just going to hold on to the top spot for, I don't know, forever. And still they're going to be able to, continue to keep trying to recoup some of this money back. Ben, do you remember how much it costs them to produce Tenant?
Shoot, I actually do not recall. Sorry.
Let me double check really quick. Let's see what the budget was. Budget was $200 million.
How much have they made?
40.
Ouch.
But across the globe, they've grossed 283 million. So I mean, they've made some of it back, a good chunk of it worldwide.
That's true, and we don't know how this will kind of bounce back once everything kind of returns to normalcy. There could be a resurgence in people that go out and actually watch this movie because it's like, hey, like, I've been waiting forever to see this movie. Maybe there is a resurgence. We don't know. We've never been in this kind of situation before.
That's true. I think if there is a reopening, have you guys heard anything about any of them, like anything in California opening up outside of like that San Diego theater I know of?
I've only been seeing a lot of advertisements for like something about movie theaters being extra clean now, or taking all these extra precautions now, but I don't really know if that's really applying to anything around me.
I know that
Yeah.
the Irvine Spectrum Theater is open.
Yeah, but that's
Actually,
Orange
Christopher
County.
Nolan came by and christened it. So
Did he really?
yeah, he did.
christened it.
He Christopher Nolan did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of like movie theater, just how everything's evolving right now, Alamo has. I don't know if we mentioned this before, but Alamo's taking a unique approach to kind of tackling this whole situation, and they're actually renting out whole theaters to people. So I think, yeah, the price is like $150, I believe, per theater, but then you have to purchase some minimum amount of food along with it.
Oh, we
So
could do that easy.
Yeah, so the minimum, I believe the price gets us to around $300-ish total.
That's not
To rent out an entire theater. That actually sounds scarily like a bargain.
That sounds pretty dope, actually. We should look into this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going off of memory here. I'm not reading off of anything. So if you guys want to go,
I'm actually just making stuff up right now.
Ben forgot to put his reading glasses on, and it's actually $300,000.
Oh, there's the other zeros. Oh, there they are.
Actually, 3 to 30,000, depending on if
I
you
thought
want
it
to
was
split
like European text where they use commas as decimal points.
Oh, it's actually 3 million. Sucks to you guys. Let's say they open tomorrow and they said, "Hey, it's safe. You know, we have all this ion stuff that will improve." How long will it be before you guys will go back?
I don't know. I'm curious to see, like, I mean, I've always never wanted to sit next to people, so that's still gonna be my standard. Like, it's always my standard operating mode is to not sit next to people.
You know, like 10 feet away from them.
Yeah, so I'd always, even if I bought a seat somewhere where there's people next to me, I'd still go, even if there was no coronavirus, I'd still go sit somewhere else because fuck that. I hate people.
That does make sense. I mean,
He's got a point.
we've had.
He's absolutely right.
Got to be at least 5 times bigger. Okay. All right. Well, any other thoughts on this one, guys? I know there's not much to go off of.
Let's see. Sorry, we're temporarily closed. I was just looking at the Alamo site here, trying to fact check Ben.
Man, I really want an adult milkshake.
Oh,
I
man.
know. You just have milkshakes on tap.
I just want to go back to Alamo. I'm really sad we've only been there once.
Schrader Brow.
Oh my gosh, Schrader Brow.
Okay, all right, that's enough. You guys are making me hungry.
I'm gonna start crying thinking about all the stuff we can't do.
So, jeez. All right, let's just go ahead and jump over to our movie of the week this week. It is Supercops. I believe this was your choice, Stu. Just tell us about
it. Okay. I don't even remember the character's name in that movie. Jackie Chan.
It's Lee, goddammit.
Chief Inspector Lee joins forces with an unlikely partner in Chris Tucker as a loudmouth detective in Los Angeles. What's the lady's name? She's in other movies, right?
Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah. Isn't she in Crouching Tiger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackie Chan and Crouching Tiger lady. Team Forces. in Police Story 2, otherwise known as Supercop.
It's 3.
Is it 3? I thought it was 2. Oh well.
3.
Why is that so funny? It's the equivalent of a clerical error, and it's like the funniest shit to you.
How do you not know Ben? Ben is all about clerical errors. He literally
look at this typo. This fucking idiot. He did a typo.
It's one of his favorite comedy works.
Anyways, Jackie Chan and Crouching Tiger lady, Team Forces go undercover, infiltrate the powerful crime some syndicate. But oh no, his girlfriend finds him while he's undercover and hijinks ensue, and oh no, he's got to save the day in Supercop Police Story 3 or 2, depending on who you're asking.
Wait, who would you ask podcast and get the answer Police Story 2.
Nope. Apparently me 30 seconds ago.
Chaibat is the bad guy.
Panther.
You're a
And
bad guy.
Kakui is the Supercop.
Why'd
Kevin
you find an
Kevin
accent?
Chan.
'Cause I
Kevin
don't know how to
Tran.
say Kakui in without the accent. It sounds weird.
Just
Kakui?
say without the accent.
Isn't that a ghost in Spanish?
Kukui. This is
Kukui?
Kakui.
Okay.
I don't know. Jackie. They translated his name to Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin
Just
Chan.
said that. He
Kevin Chan.
literally just said that.
Kevin Chan.
Kevin Chan.
200. Or Sam. Wait, not Sam.
Sam Trung.
That's all the same.
That's not his name.
All y'all look alike.
That's not his
Okay.
name at all.
All right. So, since Stu was able to give us that was fantastic, Stu. Ben, thoughts on this one?
So I've never actually seen Supercop before. So this is the very first time I've seen it. And nor have I ever seen, well, I've seen Police Story 1. I've never seen Police Story 3 or 2. But I mentioned this a few times in previous reviews, but I like setup and payoff. The Chekhov's gun in many different aspects of movies and television. It really makes you feel, as an audience member, feel rewarded for your attentiveness. It's like, like an end game. All that paying attention during all those movies, it finally pays off towards the end. Now, in the midst of all that chaos of action sequences, comedy, there are some instances where it comes into play, like numerous times where Jackie's stupid-ass characteristics pay off in the form of well-timed jokes, the introduction and familiarization of different action sets. It's something that constantly gives more depth to an already well-planned movie. Now, this is a movie that has been one of the hallmarks of cinematic action, like universally praised, and has been like inspirations for many movies, and even like in the video game industry. I'm talking like one of my favorite movies of all time, Hot Fuzz. They mentioned this movie, and they even based some of what's his name, Nick Frost character on Jackie Chan, mostly his dumbfoundedness, his idiocies. Video games like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they actually based 2 of the missions off of the final action sequence. What was it? The one where you're supposed to
He's hanging
chase
from
that
the
train.
helicopter.
No, you're supposed to like chase that train with the motorcycle.
Has anybody actually ever finished a Grand Theft Auto game?
What? I finished like 4 of them.
Well,
I've
nobody's
never
ever
finished a Grand Theft Auto game.
Nobody's
What?
finished Grand Theft Auto 5 because they just keep adding to it.
Oh, well, I mean,
If you
Online.
thought this was good, we just added more.
well, so it's definitely been a very highly iconic action film. Even like Jackie Chan has actually said that the final action sequence with the train and everything, if they had to preserve one action sequence in all of human cinema, it would be that sequence. He would launch up into space to preserve it.
It's on. I believe
Yeah.
it's on the Voyager. Voyager 2.
So, in the previous films, Jackie has kind of been on his own, carrying both plot and action. Like, I got to watch Police Story 1, and, it's literally just him. He's doing all the action. He's doing all the comedy, everything. But in this film, he's paired up with Michelle Yeoh. And I think the two kind of blended seamlessly together. I mean, she was able to go blow for blow with him, in terms of both comedy and action. I'm not saying that she was able to pull off necessarily the same degree of stunts that he did, because holy fuck, I mean, who would want to? I mean,
I know.
as good as Jackie Chan is, if someone gave you the opportunity to do what he did, I would say hell fucking no.
This is for a what? A movie? That's it?
Hey, Michelle, we're gonna need you to hang from a helicopter and fly
And
you
there's
around.
nothing below you.
And just kind of fly you around in a busy city. Is that okay?
How about we fly you into a train that's moving in your direction?
Right over the smokestack thing. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're going to lift your legs up right before it hits you.
Just this full spread eagle right over the train. Just,
Yeah, it's not CGI. It's a real train. Just right before it hits
He's
you.
like, oh, okay. So when do you bring the stunt double in? Yeah, that's the thing.
You're already. There's no way for us to cut this shot in half, so you're just gonna have to do the whole thing. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thanks.
So behind the scenes, also, this has been Jackie Chan's first movie in the series that is directed by someone else. So the first two were directed by Jackie Chan, and I've seen bits and pieces of the second one. I've seen the first one all the way through, and it's almost night and day between the level of quality between the two. And not to say that the first two are bad in any manner. Like, the first two are incredible, but it's speaking volumes to how good this movie is. It's really fleshed out. This was the first movie where they actually introduced storyboarding. Like, Jackie Chan had more time to focus on choreography and action, where the director had more time to, focus on how the movie is going to flow. So, I mean, this is just a really, really good film. I don't know what other adjectives I can tack onto this to make it that much better.
It's Jackie Chan-esque.
It's Jackie Chan-esque. It is.
Yeah, this is like his boiled down all of his essence. This is what you get.
Yeah, I think this might be like one of his best movies, and I really enjoy Jackie Chan films. Now, what was it?
Shit, we should have just had a genre of That's What I Call Cinco's for Jackie Chan.
We should have.
We still can. I mean, he's got how many movies?
It's true.
That's true.
But we've also reviewed the Rush Hour. We've reviewed Supercop.
And Rush Hour 2.
There's still other stuff. I mean, we could go into old Bruce Lee films, and he's in them. I mean...
Oh, wow. That's true. Yeah.
So, I do want to say that Jackie Chan is definitely one of those once-in-a-lifetime actors. We're never going to get another Jackie Chan. I don't think there's anyone that has the type of influence that he's had. He is to our modern day cinema as like Buster Keaton was to theirs. Like Charlie Chaplin, I don't mean to exaggerate that. He literally is. He even like took inspiration from them, This is just one of those perfect films. And
all right, Ben, what's the score?
10 out of 10 for sure. Now, one of the criticisms I gave of Cook Up a Storm was that their English sucked ass.
No,
and this movie was
able.
Good. Yeah, no, this movie was able to juggle a few different languages pretty well. So.
Oh, Cantonese, Mandarin, and English.
And a little. I don't know what the name of the language is, but it's weird because it was really close to Indonesian because I can understand it. So they were able to bounce that too.
They're whatever Malay or whatever.
Malays.
Yeah, Malaysian.
Mayonnaise.
I would say Jackie Chan is a whatever number wonder of the world. He's an international treasure.
Is.
Yeah, I think this is really. Go ahead, Ben.
One of the things I wanted to point out about this movie was, how when we watch like Shanghai Noon, Rush Hour, we get the bloopers at the end. It's like, oh, Jackie's having a good time. Yeah. And they do the same thing in this film, but like it's much. I feel like there's like a grim undertone to it because there's some of it where it's like, oh, Jackie fucked up. Yeah, it's like, oh, Jackie almost died. Oh, we're cutting him down. Here's the jaws of life. Oh, silly Jackie.
Yeah. Jackie almost fell off a moving train. Almost got sucked in by the tracks. Oops.
Oh, Michelle Yeoh fell off a moving car.
Oh my fucking gosh, he did.
But if anything, I feel like a lot of times bloopers are there to make us laugh, but this makes us really appreciate what went into this movie in the first place. And,
for sure.
Getting to see it in its most human aspect, the fact that like we all know Jackie does a lot of his own stunts, and we laugh about the bloopers and outtakes from Rush Hour where he goes like, oh, Jackie, Jackie okay, and stuff like that, even though it's like, this guy's literally putting his body on the line. And even like the most trivial stuff, like when that moment when Michelle Yeoh's character falls on top of Jackie and Jackie has to catch her and then lets her drop. That's also painful. Like even though she's probably not that heavy, but at the same time, it's just like how many things go into it that needs to, that was probably one of the funnier ones. I'm sure it probably took them at least maybe, 20 shots to be able to get camera positioning correctly, make sure the timing was right, and then was able to kind of like get everything all together just to be able to get one shot that was literally 30 seconds, if that. So, yeah, for me, I think Ben nailed a lot of that stuff on the on right, nail on the head. And for me, I would probably have to put 10 out of 10, even though this has only been the second time I've watched it, and I've after seeing some of the other stuff that he had to go through for the second time, in addition to all the other Jackie Chan movies that I know, man, that guy can really take a beating. That is something else for sure.
I wonder if he like could release like a full body X-ray of himself, just so he could say, "Look, these
Oh,
are all my broken bones and injuries."
Ooh,
yeah, probably
man.
compare him to like Kobe and
Yeah.
Allen Iverson, who
Oh,
have like
probably
broken
no. There'd be
almost.
no contest. Jackie Chan would just be like, his bones would be like sand, like
Yeah.
just everything's just shattered and broken and stitched together.
So Stu, I know that you picked this movie.
Yes,
So
I did.
what made you decide this one out of all
Well,
the other foreign films on the planet?
one thing, I don't have a lot of foreign film knowledge. Any of the foreign films might have been able to pick, we would have already watched, like Parasite. Um, and so I was thinking. Then it occurred to me, well, it's a lot of Jackie Chan's earlier movies, or even in some of the movies he does now. Those are, that you can consider those foreign because they're, made in they're Chinese films. They're in China or Hong Kong at the time. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I remember Supercop being, like that. I was a debate between this and Who Am I, but I felt like this one was had more of a foreign feel to it, even though Who Am I is also kind of made in the same vein, which is another one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies. But yeah, I picked this one just because it was one of those things where I just hadn't seen it in a while, and I remember watching it a lot when I was a kid. So, but unlike Ben, I'd actually never seen it's not Super Cop, Police Story 1 or 2. So this was the only one I had ever seen. But it just has a lot of nostalgia for me. A lot of goofs I remember. But one point that I thought Ben brought up, which was it's pretty amazing that when you think about it, is like all of like Jackie Chan's like Western style movies, all the bloopers, yeah, they're just kind of like, haha, he screwed up his lines, or oh, he tripped over something, and but all his other movies, it's like, he almost died doing the thing he was trying to do. But yeah, actually, hang on, I got to step away 1 sec, real quick. Sorry.
Dave, is my Popeyes there yet?
I already finished eating it.
Fuck!
That's so good. Ben, if you had finished your McNuggets, we would have given you your dessert and your sandwich. This is what you get for not finishing your meals, young man.
Can I have Irene's?
No,
Fuck.
you didn't. Go finish your nuggets.
I want my fucking Popeyes.
Oh, so good.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, someone was trying to burn my house down.
Okay.
So, Stu, you were telling us about your experience with Supercop,
Yeah,
Police Story 3.
yeah, Police Story 3, Super Cop. Yeah, and one thing I kind of, I guess, forgot or about this movie, or just never really occurred to me, is that this is like one of the few movies I can recall where Jackie Chan is using guns so much.
Yeah,
Um,
I was pretty surprised by that. When he just starts going guns blazing and kills a guy, I'm just
yeah,
like, oh
he's
fuck.
just, not only is he using guns, he's like straight up murdering dudes.
I know.
Um, in
Did,
like the jungle scene, the jungle, whatever you want to call it.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, where he's just like he's like got his little like
Uzi.
short barrel AR thing, and he's just spraying dudes down with that drum magazine, and he's doing all this stuff. It's like, man, every other movie where Jackie Chan like encounters a gun, it's
All
always like
foot and arms.
he's like disarming it, or like he has one but it gets taken away. You never really see him use it too much. But this was like heavy on the gunplay for him.
But he did look a little bit awkward. He was firing, right?
I
It
mean,
didn't look.
He looked awkward in the way that I would expect Jackie Chan to look awkward.
Yeah,
during that
it's
stuff.
very like if like you thought of like, oh, Jackie like shooting a gun, this is what it would look like. I'm like, oh, that's
Exactly.
exactly what was
Yep.
happening. Stu, you've seen wait, Ben or Stu, have you guys seen UHF?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so was that gunplay scene? I guess I'm just gonna skip over a little bit, but did the gun scene when they went to go face the opium guy, whatever that guy's name is, and then they were just shooting everybody, kind of remind you of the scene from UHF when everybody's just like literally just screaming?
I can't remember what scene you're talking about because there's only so
Where
much stuff I can
he's
remember.
doing the impression of Charlie Sheen in
Oh,
what's
where
that?
he's doing like the
Ah!
machine
and
gun?
then something's exploding.
Wait, are you talking about Hot Shots or are you talking about UHF?
UHF has a scene where he turns into Rambo and he literally
Right.
just screams and then like the tower explodes and then he screams at a chicken and then the chicken explodes.
Oh,
Like
I don't. For some reason I thought he's had a machine gun when he was doing that. Yeah, I don't remember that part.
no, it starts out with a machine gun and then
Oh,
eventually he just doesn't even use the machine gun anymore. He just screams and then something
I don't
explodes.
remember that.
Oh, that's fine. But it kind of reminded me of that. Is that like when Jackie shoots the tower? I'm like,
Mhm.
there's nothing to explode, and then it explodes. I'm like, okay, all right. I know that wasn't probably very accurate, but it was still very
Oh,
entertaining.
like when he shoots it with the machine gun and it explodes.
Uh huh. Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's just got to have an explosion.
Everything had an explosion.
Yeah.
It was great. So that would be my favorite moment. But Stu, continue. I know that you picked this movie. What would your rating be?
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, it's. I think we're all in agreement here. 10 out of 10.
Oh, perfect.
Um,
Okay.
Dude,
yeah,
you are
'cause,
eating up. That is 2 in a row for you that I given a 10 out of 10 for.
For who? What?
For you.
Oh,
Mhm.
what was the last one?
Naked Gun.
I didn't
That
pick
was
Naked
mine.
Gun.
Oh.
I picked Naked Gun, Ben.
But in the sake of making sure David's never right and revisionist history, I did pick Naked Gun.
Oh, you're right. Oh, man.
Wait, no, you guys,
You're
what?
great. You are a great man. What a great guy.
Put in the
it's fine.
comments below. Everyone says that I picked Naked Gun. Thank you.
Wow, Stu, you really know how to pick them.
Sly like a fox.
Yes,
All
look
right.
like a fox, you dumb fuck.
I don't care. It's a Simpsons thing. Ben, that's your thing. All right. I know I already talked about one of my favorite moments. I guess we'll just go with Stu since you were already talking about it.
Yeah.
Stu, what is one of your favorite moments?
I think my favorite moment, or one of my favorite moments at least, was when he's breaking Panther out of the prison camp, and he like gets the little mine cart going, and he's like in the mine, and he's trying to chase after it, and he's just up this super steep decline. It's just like classic Jackie Chan, where he's trying, and then it's such a steep incline that it's just like you just see his calves on fire, or like you just see his whole body is just on fire trying to go up trying to run up that incline. So, and then he keeps, and then as soon as he gets there, then the stupid the military police guys like shut it off, so he doesn't even get to use it. So that was like my favorite, the kind of Jackie Chan moment in that movie. And not to say that there weren't others.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, the entire movie is just a almost like a B-roll just for Jackie Chan stuff. What about you, Ben?
I have a favorite action sequence and a favorite comedic moment.
Okay.
Favorite action sequence definitely has to be the last sequence in the helicopter, and all the way up till when it gets to or all the way through when it gets to the train. It's just ridiculous, and I feel like the tensions even ramped up even more knowing that Jackie Chan probably did this all live. There's no cinematic tricks here. It's literally a fucking helicopter on top of a train. It's really happening. So, and when the motorcycle jumps onto the train, I was already like clenching my butt cheeks. It's like, oh, come on. And then you see the bloopers that they actually did.
They did it. Oh man,
it's really stressful. That whole sequence was like jaw dropping, stressful, all in one package. Now, in terms of comedic stuff, I liked how they they built up Jackie Chan's dumb character at the beginning. When they're trying to go over his double identity, and Michelle Yeoh can obviously see that this guy's an idiot. He's never going to fucking pull this off, right? So she pretty much puts together this whole package, this fallback plan of Jackie Chan, fucking up. So when they gave him this double identity of Fusheng or something, and he lives in this village, and Michelle Yeoh, the character she is, knows that he's not going to remember where the fuck he lives or anything, and has the whole family planted, and has all this other shit planted for him. I mean, it was this one setup for all these jokes that paid off later on in the film. He's an idiot. He's not going to remember the escape route. And so, like, when he's trying to break out of the prison, he's like, oh, yeah, there's a tunnel up here. And then they get there. He's like, where the fuck are we going? It's just like, that I think that was part of your favorite scene, too, right? Where they're going up that hill.
Yeah, that was when they were going up there's supposed to be a bridge here.
Yeah, it's just like, let's just keep going. It's just like, yeah, classic Jackie Chan. It is classic Jackie Chan all the way through.
All right. Any other thoughts for this one, guys?
Yeah, it did remind me of something I wanted to mention.
Sure.
Shout out to Wuhan. Back when Wuhan used to be cool, I guess, because that was where he was from in the movie, or his his backstory. He was from Wuhan.
Holy shit!
So,
wow, I didn't even catch that.
You didn't?
No.
They kept saying Wuhan. I'm like, they're like, Fusheng, you're from Wuhan, right? I'm like, hey, hang on a second.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not.
But yeah,
you mean the home of the famous bat soup?
Yeah. While they're walking through the town, you can actually see a street vendor, cooking up some bat soup.
Fusheng, what'd you just order? Bat soup. Order me one too.
Oh, roast cat with string beans. That also reminded me, like, oh yeah, this is straight up China. Roast cat with string beans.
Classic, and a side of camel's hump.
Camel's hump.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah,
well,
that was it.
All right. Well, thank you, Stu. I have to go back and take a look one more time. Maybe
Wuhan and roast cat.
So. Roast cat with string beans.
Yep.
All right. So that'll do it for our review of Supercop. I believe it is Ben's choice for the last portion of That's What I Call Cinco's foreign movies. Ben, what are you picking for us to review next week?
I'm going to mix it up a bit. I'm going to choose a very low budget film. It is called Time Crimes.
Time Crimes?
Yeah, Time Crimes.
Time Crunch?
Minority Report?
What are you saying?
Yeah, Time Crimes.
Time Crimes.
Time Crimes.
Like time criminal crimes.
Yes. Time.
Okay.
Sounds like you're saying time crunch half the time.
What?
Yes, Captain Crunch.
What country of origin is this one?
It's a Spanish film.
Okay.
Not too sure on the country of origin, but
I don't know. The last time I had to watch a Spanish-speaking foreign film, I wasn't too pleased. Actually, I guess it was Brazilian.
Wait, what film was
Portuguese, right?
Midsommar?
No, you know who you are, Joe Walsh.
Wait, what did he make you watch?
City of God.
Yeah.
City of God.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll pretty much do it for us here on the Dos Nav Cinco's podcast. Join us next week where we'll be reviewing Time Crimes as part of That's What I Call Cinco's foreign movies. As always, I'm your host, David.
And I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
Don't forget to check us out on Twitch. We stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and catch us on your favorite social media platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Guys, don't forget to tip your Reiki masters, wash your hands, stay safe out there, and we will see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.
You fucked that up. It was like the last word. The last word. The whole thing.
What do you mean?
The days when I would spend so much time trying to clean up every little thing.
Oh.
And then I got burnt out
now?
on it. And now I just Now I go visually. I look for like anything that looks weird in the waveform, and if it looks weird, then I'll clean it up. But
Oh, so you didn't even like hear
I
what
try
we
to
were
listen
talking
to a
about?
little. I try to listen to as little as it of it as possible.
Why is that?
Because it used to take me like hours to go through an episode.
Oh, I think it probably takes me maybe an hour and a half, 2
I think
hours to go through all of it.
it takes me like 30 minutes now.
Wow.
Okay.
So this is like the speedrunning strats.
Yeah, speedrun strats.
He's like, look for the anomaly,
Like,
use the exploits,
yeah.
do whatever you can.
Because like I can't do anything about Ben's audio, so that's just what it is. What it is.
Yeah.
And then
You can't silence the truth or
No.
modify it or whatever
Yeah.
it is on my
Oh,
waveform.
dear.
Yeah.
and I don't know. The other excuse is that most episodes I feel like we have a fairly decent rhythm where we don't spend too much time farting around on different stuff, where it doesn't really require any editing, other than someone like hitting their microphone or something,
Or eating chips.
or eating chips, or coughing or sneezing.
Okay. All right.